coming back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, hello. So glad to have you. I'm a part-time online reseller. I resell on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Kittison. So today I want to talk about my 5 highest sales / most profitable items that I've sold in the year of 2020. It is currently March 20th, so it hasn't even been a full 3 months, but in the wake of this worldwide pandemic, I needed some content, and I thought this would be fun anyway. I'm going to put up a picture right here of everything I'm talking about. I do want to start out by saying that my average sale price, though I don't know for sure, I should have done that prior to this video, but it's probably around $20. That's where I would set it, if not a little bit lower. I buy a lot of things for 25, 50 cents, $1, and I sell them. Hopefully I try to sell them quickly for, $15 to $20, $25. But I also shop at regular Goodwills and pay up, and thus hopefully make a little bit higher sales. I was going to do 5 highest sales and 5 most profitable sales, like 2 separate videos. And then when I did the numbers, they were the same things, which makes sense. And it's probably a good thing. It would probably be bad if some of my higher, let's say if they weren't, I paid up for them. I paid too much. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was a highest sell price, yet not the highest profit, then that probably means I paid too much for it, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's just start. We're going to start off from, we're going to do highest sales, and then I'll tell you in the order of the profit. So the highest sale I've had so far this year was this Miller Lite chair. It was an inflatable chair that I got at a garage sale. It was new in the box. It even had the patch, and instructions and everything. It was from one of the Super Bowl parties, or like one of the bowls. I don't know. You can see it in the picture here. It was a really random find, and it was $5 because it was 75% off day. So I think they were selling it for $20. So this one's a little different than the other ones because it sold for $60, but it was $60 with free shipping. So technically I probably sold it for a little bit more, or I mean a little less, but I still think it would probably beat the ones below it. So anyway, yeah, $60. Then the next high sales, I have 2 sales at $50, were these Corky's Marsha studded clogs. Yeah, these were in amazing condition. I was so excited when I found them because I actually found Corky's 2 times in a week at 2 different Goodwills, like in 2 different towns, not even close. And this was the first time I'd ever found them, so I was super excited because I'd heard really good things about them. And I listed them, and they were also flipped very, very quickly. The next thing that sold also at $50 was this Madewell Fleet Desert Military Jacket, I think is what it was called. It was olive green. This was a retail arbitrage find, which I have not done much of. This was actually one of the first, if not the first, trips where I actually went specifically to find things to resell. And I had listed it higher, but I got an offer for $50 on eBay, and I took it. So then the next thing is actually a retail arbitrage from the same trip. Was it the same store? Yeah, same store even. And it is these Hudson Collin jeans, new with tag. And also the Madewell jacket was also new with tag. Yeah, these Hudson Collin jeans, they were brand new with tag. I bought them retail arbitrage trip, and they sold for $47 on an offer on eBay. Yeah. Okay. And then the last ones, the number 5 is these Dansko Martina clogs. These I actually found with those Corky's. Like I bought them at the same time. They were not the same size, but I bought them at the same time, and they sold really quickly as well. And they sold for $40. So my 5 highest sales were $60, $50, $50, $47, and $40. So on the flip side, when it comes to profit, the chair was my highest profitable item sold this year so far. So sold for $60 after shipping, which actually only ended up being like 10 something because it fit perfectly into a flat rate box. It was luck. Like the box that it actually came in had some like nastiness on it, so I didn't want to ship it or like leave it in that box, so it kind of worked out really well. I just put it into a flat rate box. So shipping, cost of goods, I made about $37.80 of profit. The clogs were the second highest sell, also the second highest profit. I bought those things for $3 and I sold them on Posh, so I sold it for $50. 20% brings it down to $40 was my take home, so I ended up profiting $37. Then this is where it gets turned around, and this is all due to cost of goods. Okay, so my 5th highest selling item, the Dansko clogs, they actually are my 3rd highest profiting item. I sold those on eBay, so like I kind of did like a roundabout what the percentage would have been. I also only paid $3 for those because in the town that I was in, the Goodwill shoes is buy 2, they're 2 for $6, so that's great. So I paid $3 for them, so it comes out to about $33 in profit. And then next is those Hudson jeans. They sold for $47. I had gotten them for $10, and it came out on eBay to about $32 in profit. And then the last one of the 5, so like the 3rd highest sell is the 5th highest profit, is that Madewell jacket. So the reason is because I paid up for that jacket. I paid $17 for it. I would definitely still do it because my profit came out to $31. But it was definitely a risk for me because I never pay that much up. I have in the past and it has almost kind of bit me in the butt, but it was a good brand and it was brand new with tags. I couldn't pass it up, I guess. Even though it was a double extra small, so it really could have been a terrible decision, but it worked out. So yeah, I'm really excited about those things. I think a few things to note is that 2 of the things are shoes, and a lot of people say that shoes bring higher profits, and I'm definitely starting to learn that. I used to hate shoes, and it was more I didn't want to pay up instead of realizing that even though I'm going to pay $5, $6, $8, $10 for a pair of shoes, they're going to bring more profit. That's not showing here necessarily, but I paid $3 for these shoes. Had I paid $5, $6, I still would have been making $30 profit off of them, so totally worth it. And then the two items were that, and then also 2 items were new with tag items, and they were retail arbitrage. So that's something to think about as well. I do not do a lot of retail arbitrage. Then when I say I don't do a lot, like this was like my first maybe time, and I went one time after that. They were very small trips that were just kind of like, well, let me just see. And it was mainly driven off of people on Instagram and YouTube going and finding good deals. So I like, well, I'll just check it out. So I don't know necessarily if that means that I'm going to do more because I bought 2 shirts. So let me just, I bought 2 sweaters and 2 shirts doing this, a retail arbitrage, these 2 trips that I've been talking about, and both of them are still sitting, and I'm afraid that they're going to be still sitting, and I really think that I know why. There are definitely a lot of reasons, and if I can learn from those reasons, and when I go back out, I can do better, then maybe I'll have better success. So I think I've purchased 6 retail arbitrage items, and 3 of the 6 have sold. And it really hasn't been that long. I mean, it's been less than 3 months, of course, because it's all happened this year. So I guess I shouldn't be too hard on myself on the other things, but yeah, retail arbitrage might for the win. And then of course the last thing, the most profitable and the most high sell, was a hard good. Now, all you poshers out there are gonna be like, I don't want to be on eBay with hard goods, but I really think that that's where the high dollar money might be in for me. Looking around my room, I have some things over here that could probably bring these kind of profits because I paid so little for them. but I don't know how to ship them. If I would figure out how to ship them, then I could probably, I mean, all 5 of my things might have been hard good items. So just something to think about if you are only a clothing seller. You know, you might want to think about dabbling in hard goods and just kind of seeing what's out there. I mean, this chair was really just a luck find, and honestly, when I first picked it up, I didn't look at comps, and I was like, this might be a dud. But I figured for $5, even if I got 20 or 25, it'd be worth it. And I was really excited when it sold. The woman left me a message with the offer, because I think I had it high, like at 100. But her offer, it was for his man cave for his birthday, and I was like, you know, you could have it, because I only paid $5 for it. So anyway, that wraps up this video, as my son can tell you because he just screamed. If you have any comments, questions, or maybe share some of your highest sales and profits for the year, please comment down below. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more. I have quite a few more videos similar to this coming up in the next few weeks. I have a few hauls coming up from some mystery boxes that I'm so excited to open in front of y'all. So subscribe so you don't miss all of the fun. Thank y'all. Bye.